Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. Chrisley talks more about extortion allegations against Todd in new video. Savannah Chrisley, the daughter of reality TV star Todd Chrisley, has taken to social media in an emotionally charged new video to talk about the extortion allegations surrounding her father's ongoing legal troubles. The video, which has quickly garnered widespread attention, marks a significant escalation in the family's ongoing public dispute. Savannah's latest revelations add new layers of complexity to the saga that has dominated headlines for years, as she reveals shocking claims of extortion, manipulation, and deceit, shedding light on a situation that has shaken the Chrisley family to its core. The Chrisleys' legal battles have been the subject of intense public scrutiny ever since Todd and his wife Julie were convicted on charges of bank fraud and tax evasion. Despite their conviction, the family maintains that they are innocent, and many of their supporters have stood by them, rallying behind the belief that they have been victims of a malicious campaign. This new video, however, brings the focus squarely on an even darker narrative, one of extortion, betrayal, and a fight for justice that Savannah believes is essential to exposing the truth. Savannah begins her emotional video by addressing the rumors and whispers surrounding her family, particularly her father, who is currently serving time in prison following his conviction. She claims that there have been forces working against Todd, even from within his own circle, seeking to use his legal troubles to manipulate, extort, and tear the family apart. Savannah's allegations are far-reaching, implicating both former friends and associates, including key figures who may have played a role in orchestrating what she describes as a campaign to extort money from her father in exchange for silence. The allegations, according to Savannah, revolve around threats made by individuals who threaten to expose damaging information about Todd unless specific demands were met. She emphasizes that these actions were not just the work of a few opportunistic individuals, but part of a calculated effort to exploit the Chrisley family during a period when Todd was most vulnerable. As Savannah puts it, these threats were designed to force Todd into submission, making him feel as though he had no choice but to comply in order to avoid public humiliation and further legal trouble. "I've stayed quiet for far too long, but the truth has to come out," Savannah states in the video. "My dad was manipulated, taken advantage of, and threatened in ways no family should ever experience. We've always been portrayed as the villains in this story, but the truth is much darker than anyone realizes." Savannah goes on to claim that some of the individuals involved in the extortion attempt were in direct contact with Todd's legal team, and there were efforts to use his family's most private information as leverage. She alleges that her father was pressured into making financial settlements under duress, forced to agree to terms that he never would have accepted under normal circumstances. Savannah believes that these events were not isolated but part of a broader pattern of deceit that spanned years. While Savannah does not reveal all of the details in the video, she does reference multiple sources, including what she calls whistleblowers, who have provided her with evidence supporting her claims. She suggests that documents and audio recordings could eventually come to light, revealing the full extent of the alleged extortion campaign. However, for now, she says, the family is focused on ensuring that justice is served, both in terms of her father's wrongful conviction and the effort to expose the extortion scheme. The video has already sparked a significant public reaction, with many of the Chrisley family's supporters rallying behind Savannah and calling for an investigation into the extortion claims. Hashtags like #FreeToChrley and #ChrleyTruth have begun trending on social media, with fans expressing their shock and disbelief at the new revelations. On the other hand, critics of the Chrisleys have dismissed Savannah's claims as an attempt to deflect attention from the couple's legal troubles and damage their already tarnished reputation. Legal experts have weighed in on the allegations, noting that if proven true, extortion is a serious crime with potentially severe consequences. Extortion involves the use of threats, intimidation, or coercion to obtain money, property, or something of value from another person. Are found to have been involved in such actions, they could face criminal charges. However, experts have also pointed out that proving extortion can be difficult, particularly in the absence of hard evidence like written contracts or concrete communications. Savannah has vowed to share any evidence she has gathered, but the investigation into the allegations is still in its early stages. While Savannah's video focuses primarily on the alleged extortion scheme, she also reflects on the emotional toll the entire ordeal has taken on her family. She discusses how Todd's conviction and subsequent imprisonment have left lasting scars on the Chrisleys, not just in terms of their public image, but also in the way they relate to one another as a family. Savannah speaks candidly about the pressure she has felt as the daughter of a father who is fighting for his freedom, and the complicated dynamics that have emerged within the family during this time. As the video continues to make waves, Savannah has faced some backlash, particularly from those who view her actions as an attempt to distract from her father's criminal convictions. Some critics have accused her of using the video as a way to fuel her family's narrative and garner sympathy from the public. But for Savannah, this video is about more than just defending her father. It's about setting the record straight and making sure that the truth is heard, no matter how difficult it may be. In the coming weeks, Savannah has promised to release more information regarding the extortion claims, and she has expressed her determination to continue fighting for justice. "This is just the beginning," she says. "We won't stop until the truth is out there. My dad deserves his day in court, and the world deserves to know what really happened." As the Chrisley family's legal saga continues to unfold, it is clear that the drama surrounding Todd, Julie, and their children is far from over. With each new revelation, the family's story becomes more complex, with questions about trust, betrayal, and manipulation at the forefront. The coming months may reveal even more shocking twists as the Chrisleys fight to clear their names and bring to light the truth behind the accusations that have marred their public image. Savannah's video may have been just the first step in a long journey toward justice, but it has already shifted the narrative, bringing attention to issues of extortion and corruption that many never knew existed. Whether or not her claims are substantiated in court remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the Chrisleys' battle is far from over, and the truth, as Savannah insists, must ultimately come to light. Chrisley's dad, Todd, faces charges of alleged tax evasion and bank fraud. Todd Chrisley, once the charismatic face of a beloved reality television empire, is now at the center of a dramatic legal saga that continues to capture national attention as the patriarch of the Chrisley family, Todd, is facing serious charges that include allegations of tax evasion and bank fraud, shaking the foundation of the carefully crafted image that made him a household name. Federal authorities claim that Todd, alongside his wife Julie, engaged in an elaborate scheme to defraud banks and the United States government through falsified financial records, hidden income, and a web of misleading documents. Prosecutors allege that the couple lived far beyond their means, using fraudulent loans and avoiding tax obligations while publicly projecting an image of extreme wealth and financial success. According to court filings, Todd and Julie were accused of providing banks with exaggerated income statements and fake financial documents in order to obtain large loans it would not otherwise have qualified for. In addition, the couple allegedly failed to report substantial income to the Internal Revenue Service by diverting funds through shell companies and third parties. The government argues that this behavior spanned several years and involved millions in unpaid taxes. The charges and fraud as a stunning blow to fans of the reality series that made the Chrisley family famous. Viewers had grown accustomed to Todd's witty banter, over-the-top lifestyle, and seemingly perfect family dynamic, but behind the scenes, investigators claimed there was a pattern of deception that painted a very different picture from the glamorous narrative shown on television. Todd has maintained his innocence from the beginning, insisting that he is the target of a malicious campaign driven by former associates with a grudge. In public statements and interviews, both Todd and Julie have said they believe the charges are politically and personally motivated and have vowed to clear their names through the legal system. The couple's attorneys have echoed these sentiments, accusing federal prosecutors of overreach and misconduct in how evidence was obtained and presented. Supporters of the Chrisley family have remained vocal online, with many believing that Todd has been unfairly treated by the justice system. Hashtags and social media campaigns in defense of the family have surged in popularity, with fans calling for transparency and a fair review of the charges. Meanwhile, critics argue that the case represents a long overdue reckoning for individuals who profited from deception, while millions of Americans struggle with financial hardship. As the legal battle unfolds, Todd continues to serve time in federal custody, separated from his family and former life of luxury. His daughter, Savannah, has stepped into a more public role, often speaking out about what she believes is a miscarriage of justice and vowing to fight for her parents' release. Through Vedio's interviews and public appearances, she has taken on the role of advocate, challenging the narrative created by prosecutors and shedding light on the emotional toll the situation has taken on her family. More about the extortion by Lindsie and her attorney. New allegations have surfaced, adding more fuel to the already explosive legal battles surrounding the Chrisley family. This time, the focus has shifted to Todd Chrisley's estranged daughter, Lindsie, and her former attorney. Both are now being accused of playing a central role in an alleged extortion scheme that may have contributed to the downfall of the reality television star and his family. Savannah Chrisley recently spoke out in a new video, revealing disturbing claims that Lindsie, along with legal counsel, attempted to use private and damaging information against Todd Chrisley in a calculated effort to gain leverage. The video has sent shockwaves across social media and reignited public interest in the bitter family feud that has been brewing for years. According to Savannah, her sister Lindsie allegedly threatened to expose personal details about Todd unless certain demands were met. She claimed this was not a moment of family disagreement, but a strategic attack coordinated with legal support to manipulate and destroy Todd's reputation. Savannah said the threats centered around private recordings and documents that were used as weapons in an emotional and financial battle that tore their family apart. Savannah went further, stating that the pressure on Todd intensified during his legal troubles with the government. She believes the timing was no coincidence, and that certain individuals tried to exploit the situation when Todd was most vulnerable. She called the alleged behavior heartbreaking and disgraceful, especially because it came from within the family. In her statement, Savannah explained that the threats involved releasing material that could humiliate or incriminate Todd if he did not comply with demands. She claimed that her father was deeply shaken by the betrayal and that the stress of dealing with the alleged extortion, while also facing criminal charges, of the attorney involved in the alleged scheme, has not been confirmed publicly, though Savannah hinted that there may be more revelations to come. She said that evidence has been collected, including messages and voice recordings that will be shared with legal authorities in hopes of launching an official investigation. The estrangement between Todd and Lindsie's only growing worse, it seems. The rift between Todd Chrisley and his daughter Lindsie continues to widen with each passing day as the family's already complicated dynamics spiral further into turmoil. What was once a close father-daughter relationship has now become a bitter estrangement marked by accusations, betrayal, and a growing sense of irreparable damage. The tensions between Todd and Lindsie have been building for years, but they came to a head in the wake of the legal troubles that have engulfed the Chrisley family. Todd, who is currently facing serious criminal charges related to tax evasion and bank fraud, has always been a polarizing figure, but the relationship with Lindsie has been particularly fraught, marked by public statements from both sides painting a picture of distrust and disillusionment. For years, fans of the reality series Chrisley Knows Best watched Todd and Lindsie's relationship unfold on television, but behind the scenes the bond was unraveling. At the heart of the estrangement are allegations that Lindsie felt betrayed by her father and other family members, particularly after some of the personal details of her life were reportedly exposed in the media. Todd has consistently denied any wrongdoing, but Lindsie has openly discussed her feelings of abandonment and betrayal over the years. In recent months, the situation has only worsened, with both parties taking public shots at each other on social media. And in interviews, Lindsie has become increasingly vocal about her strained relationship with her father, calling out his behavior and questioning his sincerity. She has also spoken about the impact that Todd's legal issues have had on their family dynamics, revealing that the stress of the situation has only driven a wedge between them. Todd, on the other hand, has remained defiant in the face of his daughter's accusations. In interviews and public statements, he has maintained that he has done nothing but try to support Lindsie, and that any distance between them is a result of outside influences or misunderstandings. Todd has claimed that Lindsie has been manipulated by others and that their relationship is being unfairly scrutinized by the media. Despite their differences, Todd and Lindsie have both expressed a desire for resolution at various points, but it seems as though the chasm between them is only growing wider. The public nature of their feud has further complicated the situation, making it difficult for either side to find common ground as the Chrisley family's legal battles continue to unfold. The estrangement between Todd and Lindsie is now seen as one of the most painful and public aspects of this ongoing saga. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.